Hey guys, it's How to Be Anything here today, and today I'm going to try to help you guys prepare for the ACT. Whether you're planning on taking it soon, taking it multiple times, it's going to save you thousands of dollars if you can get a good score on the ACT. You don't want to stress about it too much, but you want to take it seriously. I'm going to help with the math section today. I'm going to break it up into a few sections. I don't know exactly how many sections I'm going to do, but it will probably be about 6 sections with 10 questions apiece per section. I'm going to go through this mathematics test first, and then I might work my way into English and writing and science. I can't guarantee I'm going to get any of those up before the next test date, but I'll try to get those up eventually. I'm strongest in math, so I'm going to start here. This first section, I already showed my work. All the videos after, I'm going to try to avoid that. I just did that because it's going to progressively get harder as we go. But just to save time here, I already have my work down. Most of it is simple work. Here the instructions just tell you don't linger over problems for a long time. You get a minute per question. Your questions are going to get progressively harder, so try not to spend a full minute on these first questions. Yeah, let's get started. First off, this is my calculator. I just have a TI-84, just a simple graphing calculator. Any calculator would do. I would suggest a graphing calculator, but make sure you have a calculator you know how to use. So for this first question, we have absolute value bars. So anything inside of it is going to be turned to positive, whether it's positive or negative. So 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. 3 minus 7 is equal to negative 4, but you take that negative away because of the absolute value bars. So you're just taking 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Your answer is D. Here it's saying it's $45 per hour, and there's a $30 flat fee on top of it. Basically, how many hours can you get for $210? So I'm going to set up my equation. If it's $45 per hour, I'm going to put 45x plus $30, the flat rate, is equal to $210. I'm going to subtract the $30 first to get 45x is equal to 180. Now we need to isolate the x, so I'm going to divide by 45 on both sides, and that's going to leave me with x is equal to 4. We get 4 hours for $210. Alright, vehicle A averages 14 miles per gallon, B 36 miles per gallon. How many more gallons does A use than B in a 1,008 mile trip? So 14A, since it's miles per gallon, is equal to 1,008. I'm solving how many gallons does it take vehicle A to go 1,008 miles. I divide both sides by 14, I get 72. Now I'm going to set up 36B is equal to 1,008. I'm figuring out how many gallons vehicle B is going to use. I divide both sides by 36, I'm going to get 28. Seeing how many more gallons is A going to use than B, so I need to find the difference. So I'm taking 72 minus 28. A is going to use 44 more gallons, which is C. Here it's just asking to simplify, so you have to keep your like terms together. So you're keeping your t squared with your t squared, your t with your t. The 54 stays by itself. T squared minus 82t squared is equal to negative 81t squared. And then I'm going to go to my t's. Negative 59t plus 60t is just going to give me t. I'm going to add t, and then 54 is by itself, so then I'm going to add 54. I look, it's J. Move on to the next one. The figure below is composed of square BCDE and equilateral triangle ABE. The length of CD is 6 inches. What is the perimeter of ABCDE? So it tells us we have 6 here. We know that a square is the same on both sides, so we're going to just fill in everything we know. So we got 6, 6, and 6, and then our equilateral triangle. So since we know this bottom is 6, we're going to go 6, 6, and 6. We need the perimeter of ABCDE, which will go around the outside. We don't count this 6 right here because it's just an imaginary line. It has nothing to do with the perimeter of A, B, C, D, E. You don't have to count B, E because of the way it listed the letters. So we're just going to take 6 times 5 is equal to 30. Our perimeter is 30. The expression 4z plus 3 and z minus 2 is equivalent to, so we're going to have to FOIL here. If you don't know what foiling is, it basically is just saying we're going to take this number and multiply by this and this number and multiply by this and this. So 4z times z is equal to 4z squared. 4z times negative 2 is equal to negative 8z. 3 times z is equal to 3z. 3 times negative 2 is equal to negative 6. Now I'm just going to combine my like terms, which is just the negative 8z and positive 3z. It's going to leave me with negative 5z. So I rewrite the equation. That gives me 4z squared minus 5z minus 6. Our answer is J. If 40% of a given number is 8, then what is 15% of a given number? So first I need to know what the given number is. So we know that 1 is equal to 100%, which means 40% is equal to 0.4 or 0.40. So I'm going to set up 0.4x, because it's 40% of a given number, is equal to 8, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 0.4. That leaves me with x is equal to 20. Our given number is 20. I need to find 15% of my given number, so I'm going to take 20 times 0.15, which is equivalent to 15%. That gives me 3. The answer is C. And the 6 consecutive integers below add up to 447. There's 2 ways of doing this. You can just plug and chug, per se, where you're just going to start with the middle number and plug it in for x for each of these, which isn't the best way to do it, but it is a way if you can't figure out how to do it. There's going to be quite a few problems that you can just plug and chug, but it's generally going to take longer, so it's more of a last case scenario. Integer is going to be a whole number like 1, 2, or 3. So I'm going to take 447, and since they're just consecutive integers, I'm going to find the middle. So I'm going to take it divided by 6. That's going to give me 74.5. So I know that right in between these two numbers is 74.5. So since these are integers and full numbers, I know that this is 74 and this is 75. So if x is equal to 74, it's just asking what the value of x is. I'm going to do 74. You can go back and check it if you have time at the end. I wouldn't recommend checking it right there. We have 2 more for this part. And the standard xy coordinate plane, point M with coordinates 5, 4 is the midpoint at AB, and B has coordinates 73. So I'm going to draw out my xy coordinate plane. First I'm going to put my M at 5, 4, and then I'm going to put my B at 7, 3. The slope from B to M is going to be the same as M to A, because M is just the middle of the line AB. So if I go back to up 1 from B to M, I'm going to go back to up 1 from M to A. So M is 5, 4, so I'm going to take 5 minus 2 is equal to 3, and then plus 1 is equal to 5. That leaves us with 3, 5, which is D. Alright, last one. Rectangle ABCD has vertices 4, 5, 0, 2, and 6, negative 6. They already gave us the points A, B, and C and plotted it for us. But I'm going to label them just to make things easier. We know that in a rectangle, these sides are parallel and these sides are parallel. So in a coordinate plane, the slopes are going to be equivalent from A to B as C to D, and B to C and A to D. So since I know B to A, I think it's going to be a smaller number to go from B to A than it will be to go B to C and then A to D. So I'm going to go B to A, it's going to go up 3 and over 4, so from C I'm going to go up 3, so it's going to be negative 6 plus 3, and I'm going to go 6 plus 4 over, so it's going to leave me with 10, negative 3 for D. I'm going to plot it, and then I'm just going to eyeball it, and it should look about right. If it doesn't, you can recheck your work. If not, you can move on. Thank you for watching this first part. I'll try to get the rest of the parts out as soon as possible. Good luck on the test if you don't come back. I can't guarantee when the next parts will come out, but I'll try to get them out as quick as possible. If you have any questions on anything I did today, feel free to ask. If you've already worked out an entire test on your own and you have a question on a concept on a later question, feel free to mention it in the comments, and I'll try to get to it in the next video I post, and as soon as possible. Even if you have a question for English and reading, I'll do my best, but I can just about guarantee I can give you a good explanation for any math question you have. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe so you can come back and check out my other videos, and please like this video. Thank you guys.